Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Nazim Syahmi bin Said Jaafar.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Kashfi bin Ibrahim.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Amir Syam bin Jasman.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Adam Firdaus.
I am introducing the background of our site for this start. Our group have chosen Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin Putrajaya upon identifying special features of smart city building. The building start to commence at 5th April 2004 and arrived completion in 19 August 2009. That it passed the management towards JAKIM, Department of Islamic Development. The mosque construction concept is built from 6,000 tons of steel, 70% of the structure with the remaining structure composed of concrete. The building consists of 5 stories with a specific features mainly to accommodate 20,000 occupants. Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin situated at Precinct 3 Putrajaya opposite the Palace of Justice and next to Islamic Complex Putrajaya, a religious authority headquarters. So I am presenting on water supply system for Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin. Water supply is water delivery system that must store, regulate and transport water to meet occupant needs. Water quality and quantity must always be met. Accordingly, Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin Mosque uses water similarly to other indoor buildings, distributing it to sanitary appliances, public washrooms and toilet sprinklers and landscape. Because essentially, all Muslims must be clean and hygienic by performing ablution before entering the mosque and continue with their prayers. Next, in terms of water supply and distribution, Syarikat Air Selangor Sdn Syahbaz has engaged with water connectivity solution that directly supply the water mains through distribution pipe. Sultan Mizan Mosque also developed indirect water supply framework to supply water to every targeted segment. In this method, the connection with the street main feeds directly by rising primary towards storage tank placed at an uppermost of the structure. This building is equipped with 3 storage tanks. As part of the system, a ball cock automatically shuts off the water when the tank is full and open and fills it back when the water is taken out. This process controls how much water is in the tank. This system keeps all plumbing fixtures from getting water directly from the tank, so the minimum pressure is always kept on fixtures that are placed under the tank. The unique features of this water tank is the convex base panel that diagonally pave a drainage line inside the storage tank. This design practically useful for the cleaning and inspection. On protection on its core, an improved bottom panel is used to stop the water pressure from causing too much compression and to stop leakage. Regarding water pump, centrifugal pumps were installed. The ideal distribution system directly met the requirement towards the water supply system, as do not produce pulsating bursts in flow and pressure. Since it tends to push water away from the center of the rotation, it also gives off the steady flow of water at the center pressure in any given situation. Next is jockey pump. It's a small pump connected to a fire sprinkler system to maintain pressure in the sprinkler pipe. This is done to make sure that if a fire sprinkler is turned on, there will be a drop in pressure, which will be picked up by the automatic controller of the fire pump and start the fire pump. This jockey pump is consisting less components, therefore it may require less rectified maintenance from time to time.
And I will continue to explain about the sewerage system in our case study. The building has a few sewerage system features which are functioned to collect and convey the wastewater of the building. The sanitary appliances such as water closet, wash basin, urinal, bidet, sink and ablution were located similarly on each floor. The wastewater from each level was sent to a few different processes through above drainage system that connects to the existing sewers and nearby manholes, which called as below drainage system. Related to our case study of Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin, in this process, this building used 2 pipe system and separate system for the above and below drainage system. Firstly is 2 pipe system. Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin used siphon system sediaan berhad for their sewerage system. In this system, 2 pipes are installed. Water closets and urinals are connected to the vertical soil pipes. Bath, wash basin and ablution are connected to another separate vertical waste pipe. Soil pipes and waste pipes are provided with separate vent pipes. This system thus requires 4 pipes and hence proved very costly. The soil pipe is connected to the drain directly, but the waste pipe should be connected through a trap gully. But this system is complicated to install, and if any problem occur with a sewerage pipe, the whole sewerage pipe system needs to be changed for the functionality to run smoothly again. I will continue to another sewerage, which is separate system. Separate system, known as system that use separate two pipe system to discharge sewage, wastewater and surface water to the sewer. One pipe is functioning to carry sewage and wastewater, while another pipe is used to carry surface water. This separate system is an improvement on the combined system. The difference of separate system and combined system is the rainwater was not flush the wastewater. The benefits of adopting this separate system, it will reducing the risk of flooding basement during heavy rain.
Okay, now we will look at their special features on their electricity system. Electricity supply is so important. It is been installed to benefits to almost every structures that needed, including our case study building, Masjid Tuanku Abidin Mizan. Mostly their electrical setting were built under the floor, which is on their basement. It also has other electrical supply or system that we know, which is switchboards, riser, protector devices, circuit breaker and many more.
Now, I will explain about telecommunication system in Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin. The telecommunication configuration highlights inside the Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin are very impressive, as the building credits for its difficult is intended to be manageable by joining low voltage designing, yet it is intended to incorporate the best cabling frameworks too. Buildings usually have higher interest for telecom administration, whether it be through telephone utilities or web association. These arrangements were made through cautions arranging plan of media transmission inside the framework. So our case study used a private automatic branch exchange system, which is PABX. Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin has installed this telecommunication service in their building, as PABX is helpful on the ground that it is a computerized phone trade framework in private. It plays out every one of the trades expected to settle on inner decision between association inside. Also, it redirects the association and the outer phone line. With a PABX, the possible time administrator need are while giving data and then giving a manual association with guests new to the framework. Now, I will explain about the refuse disposal system in Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin. For our case study, the building uses the control disposal method. Control disposal means that the trash was taken care of in a certain way to get rid of it. This method could be done in a few different ways, such as by dumping, bagging, incinerating, and landfill that was practiced worldwide. From this four-way system of getting rid of trash, the landfill has become well known as an effective way to get rid of solid waste. From this building included office paper, corrugated board, food waste, and many other things. Now, I will explain about the process of control disposal system. Firstly, the waste that was generated or produced from the building of each level will be gathered by the worker. In this step, it also involves the process of sorting out the waste for recycle. The disposal truck only collects a great amount of waste at one time and has a schedule to collect the waste. In this step, it known as primary collection, where the waste was collected from the point where it is placed by the organization that has produced. After that, the waste will be transported to the site either for transfer or recovery station before the process of final disposal. The function of transfer station when there was a large of waste to collect from crowded urban areas and they cannot afford to bring the waste directly to disposal place. In this step, it needs the secondary collection to bring the waste to disposal place. For the waste that has been sent to recovery or treatment place, the waste will face a process of secondary sorting of waste such as plastic, glasses, papers and aluminium. For the last step, the disposal, the waste will be decided either it will be dumping, bagging, incineration or landfill. Mostly in Malaysia, to destroy the solid waste, we use the method of landfill. Landfill is a process where the waste was buried in the ground and it will be covered with a layer of soil. It was buried with soil because to reduce the smell, to prevent the refuse by blown away by wind, and to prevent it from the vermin and insect. From this, it will protect the environmental and human health. Thank you.
I'll be talking about my part, which is the special feature of our building, air conditioning, ventilation. This mosque has three design concepts when it comes to air conditioning and ventilation, which they use wind medium and transparent concept. So instead of using a fan or air conditioner, main prayer hall interior uses gas district cooling, which is for their gas air conditioning technology. This presence of a pool of water close to the main prayer area will allow gas to relax in a cool and fresh environment. So they choose gas district cooling as their gas air conditioning system because this system are used by most other buildings with special feature, and this is the most practical way to produce cooling to distribute cooling, for which also has positive effects on the environment and economy. In addition, the system makes no noise or vibration. So in fact, most facilities use district cooling include hotel, mall, office, residential building, sport complexes, also office building. So our case study building so use various of air conditioning system. So in this case, the category to look at includes the heat output from the area and the kind of control that needed. It is very crucial to have the right type in order to manage energy usage and keep the space at a comfortable temperature. So to look at, firstly they use split unit air conditioner system, which an indoor unit and outdoor unit make up the split system air conditioner. The outside unit, which is mounted on or close to the outer wall of the room you want to cool, contains the compressor, condenser coil and expansion coil. Due to the fact that the compressor and fan are located in the outdoor unit, split systems are a fantastic choice for residents. Second is package air conditioner system. This conditioning system is a package air conditioner unit, contains all of the components in a single box that is typically mounted to a building's exterior wall or roof, in contrast to a standard air conditioning system. The larger cooling or heating capacity of package air conditioning system can make them appropriate for use in large home or commercial structures like our case study buildings. Okay, now let's look at their ventilation. The most use of a bright, airy and transparent design concept, and not only an air cooling system but also ventilation system. This is to keep the air inside the structure cool even without the need of fans or air conditioner. Instead of walls, the main prayer hall's stainless steel lattice screens allow for free airflow, that being imported from Germany with a glass panels measuring 13 meters.
Now I will explain about the firefighting system. They are often defined as fire protection and safety features that encountered in any building. All these measures will belong to one of two categories, either active or passive fire protection. The firefighting system used in Masjid Tuanku Zainal Abidin as active fire protection are water-based system, non-water-based system, fire alarm system and smoke detector, while passive fire protection consists of means of escape, passive containment and firefighting access. There is a total of 4 water-based systems used in Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin, such as external fire hydrant, hose reel system, weight riser system and automatic water sprinkler system. External fire hydrant is a connection point to the firefighter to access water supply during a fire emergencies. These are for examples which are located outside each corner, not more than 20 meters away from the building. Next is the hose reel system. It is located strategically in the building to ensure proper coverage of water to combat fire. There are 2 total hose reels at each floor of the building. Each one of them is equipped with a 30-meter rubber hose that comes with a nozzle. Next is the weight riser system. It is designed according to the requirement of the Fire and Rescue Department of Malaysia. There are of total 3 weight risers on each floor, and landing valve is in protected area such as fireplace, stairs and lobby. Lastly is the automatic water sprinkler system. It's installed throughout the building except rooms that consist of high voltage electrical equipment such as the fire control room and electrical room. Next, the non-water based system consists of AeroHub green aerosol fire suppression system and portable fire extinguisher. The advantages using AeroHub system is the system can provide total flooding and local application solution. This system is installed at the fire control room, which is located at ground floor, while the type of fire extinguisher used are the ABC multipurpose dry powder fire extinguisher and the carbon dioxide fire extinguisher. The location of the fire extinguisher should be easily spotted and near fire hazards such as the corridor and room exit. Next, fire alarm system is a series of fire detection devices interconnected to fire alarm control panels. The devices must be highly accessible and conspicuous on exit route. Last, Automatic detectors are compulsory to indicate location of the outbreak of a fire, and they are located at basement 2. Minimum of 1 smoke detector is placed at the ceiling of exhaust fan room and the fire lift lobbies. Now is a passive fire protection. The means of escape in Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin discussed includes evacuation routes and emergency exit signage. The signage is clearly visible at Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin, with the signage being always illuminated even in the event of a power cut due to fire, allowing it to be spotted easily by occupants when a fire breaks out. Next is implement passive containment through passive measures, which include compartmentation and fire containment using fire rate fixture and building materials in Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin. And last, one of the most common firefighting accesses is the firefighting lift, which is a type of elevator accessible by firefighters to get the various level to either stop the fire or rescue occupants in the event of a fire. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Continuing with mechanical transportation system, the primary purpose of the transportation system is people movement around the building. When a building has more than 4 floors, it is important to acquire elevator. Stairs are also efficient for elderly people or handicapped. As we know, a mosque is a public place where every type of people is the occupant. Hence, the common types of vertical transportation are lift and escalator. The two most component type of elevator are hydraulic lift and traction lifts. One elevator is needed for every 4 floors. Using a hydraulic lift has a lot of advantage. It can also lift heavy load, allocate labor floor accurately, ride smoothly, have a low level plant roof. Although it can only be used on the first 6-7 floor, this elevator uses more energy than other elevator models to run. Traction lifts are powered by electric motors that move traction cables and a counterweight system like a horse. Overall, traction elevator use less energy and make the ride of people more comfortable and quiet. For the benefit of the passengers, moving people between floors is done at reasonable speed. The Tuanku Mizan Mosque has passenger lift because they are more efficient, as it produces less noise and don't have any vibrations. Majorly, service elevators move much more slowly than passenger elevators. Last is the firefighters lift should be set up inside this building. The goal of a firefighting lift is to make it easier for firefighters to move up and down through a building. Special mode on the elevator to put out fire. This feature called emergency mode. Next, the structure of lift also comprises emergency features. Elevator emergency features is the lift supervisory panel lets maintenance turn on and off the lift. Passenger can hit the alert button if an elevator stops in the middle of the stairs. The person in control would push the set gen button on the LSP after getting a signal to tell the lift to move as rapidly as feasible. If the automatic door opener fails, manual force may be needed. We move on to escalators. Escalators are a faster way to your destination than taking the stairs or an elevator. An escalator is faster than an elevator because it is continuous movement on a revolving belt, eliminates the need to stop and wait to enter or to stop on multiple floors. For this particular building, a parallel arrangement is being put in as one of the other options for vertical transportation. Each side of the entrance to the prayer hall at the Tuanku Mizan Mosque has an escalator. The purpose of the escalator is to make it easier for all the people to get in and out of the building without having to use the stairs. Although this gives them an impressive look and fits with the design of the Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin Mosque, on the other hand, they are not as good as other types of escalator and cost more.
Now we have arrived at last component, which is building security system. At Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin, there have varieties of security system being installed and used to make sure the safety of a building and the occupant. The access system used is card access system. Every staff or worker are provided with an access card to go in and out of the building. Their ID pictures, name and their position written on the card. The card access system is located on every department. And to convey signals to the access control room, the card has a wireless technology called radio frequency identification, or it's called RFID. And each of card has a different identification number. Next is the security guards are trained well and has been conduct proper screening during the hiring. They allocate 10 security guards on every segment and 24 hours monitoring. And last, the closed circuit TV, or as called CCTV, are installed at every floor, room, outdoor and each corner at Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin. It can be monitored to a screen at a monitor room located in the building. And image from CCTV cameras can be sent to a remote monitoring center or can be viewed on mobile phones directly. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
In conclusion, our case study building services successfully demonstrate that the use of adequate structural frameworks that make them useful comfortable and safe for building occupants. The practical application of building frameworks makes it easier for us to understand the effectiveness of building administration. In addition, we can see the potential and incentive on how they develop an assistance system in Masjid Tuanku Mizan Zainal Abidin. We can also gain the knowledge of recognizing the importance of the legal requirement and the regulation linked with building plans to common sense and the general welfare of the public. Thank you.